Automakers are giving up your data to the police. What happened to privacy? At least 8 car makers in the United States have admitted they would backtrack on a voluntary privacy agreement and turn over your personal customer data to the government and to the police, prompting calls for an investigation. Automotive News reports 19 car makers had voluntarily signed up for the Consumer Privacy Protection Principles in 2014. Standards which would require the U.S. government and agencies, including the police, to obtain a warrant or court order to access customer location data. However, 8 automakers misled customers about giving driver data to the police, and now U.S. automakers are raising questions about whether automakers can be held to account for departing from the promises made about user privacy. So who is giving your information to others? Toyota, Nissan, Subaru, Volkswagen, BMW, Mazda, Mercedes-Benz, and Kia would turn over your data if a subpoena were produced, in violation of the standards they signed up for. More smoke and mirrors when it comes to your data. These car companies are following the agreement they signed. General Motors, Honda, Ford, Stellantis, and Tesla require a warrant for location data unless it was an emergency or customer consent was provided. Tesla was also the only brand to notify its customers of legal demands. Actually, all manufacturers should inform you if they're giving up your information and your data. This has not only raised concerns about what other privacy promises car makers have made that they won't be keeping, but it has also led to 2 U.S. senators calling for companies to be investigated by the Federal Trade Commission. And quote, automakers have not only kept consumers in the dark regarding their actual practices, but multiple companies misled consumers over a decade by failing to honor the industry's own voluntary privacy principles, said Senator Ron Wyden and Senators Ed Markey in a letter to the FTC. Vehicle location data can be used to identify Americans who have been traveling to seek an abortion in another state, attend protests, support groups for alcohol, drug, and other types of addiction, or identify those in particular faiths as revealed through their trips to places of worship. Close quote. Mercedes-Benz, Toyota, and Kia all defended their practices, while the Alliance of Automobile Innovation, a lobbying group for the car industry, claimed the government agencies only request location information when there is clear danger to an individual. And quote, vehicle location information is also provided to law enforcement under specific and limited circumstances, such as when an automaker is providing a warrant or a court order, or in situations where there is imminent threat or serious bodily harm or death to an individual, an AAI spokesperson told Automotive News. There are calls for an investigation into the data sharing habits of car makers that come after General Motors ended its partnership with 2 major data brokers following accusations of sharing information on drivers without their consent. In March, the New York Times published an in-depth investigation about a Chevrolet Bolt owner who had been quoted a significantly higher insurance renewal premium, later discovering that his data was being sold to insurance firms by a data broker called LexisNexis. This was followed by a second report detailing a proposed class action lawsuit put forward by a Cadillac XT6 owner who claimed he was denied insurance by 7 companies on account of his LexisNexis driving report provided to the firms without his knowledge. Both of the vehicles were equipped with OnStar and GM's Connected Services brand, which is gathering information used by LexisNexis. In the wake of the reports, General Motors subsequently ended its partnership with both LexisNexis and Verisk, a similar company which also sold driving data to insurance companies. According to the New York Times, an internal document circulating within General Motors showed more than 8 million vehicles were actively supplying data through OnStar's Smart Driver program as of 2022. How do you find out what your car is doing and where your data is going? Well, I'll put links to this all down below in the description so you can do your research, and I highly suggest you do. You can see what data your car is capable of collecting by going to this tool at vehicleprivacyreport.com. Check your connected car app if you use one to see if you're enrolled in any of these programs. The link for that is also down below. Do an online research for privacy request form alongside with the name of your vehicle's manufacturer. There should be instructions on how to request information your car company has about you. Request your LexisNexis report. The link for that is down below, as well as one from Verisk. It's really important that you do your research and find out what information is being collected on you and where it's going. Remember, you own your data, not these car companies. Just because they make the software doesn't mean they get to control what happens to your information. The problem is, you sign away your ownership when you use their systems. And keep an eye out for those opt-out options and support the government bills that protect your privacy. If you like this video, give it a like and subscribe for more videos like this one. If you have any questions or comments, I'll be happy to get involved in the conversation. You can support me by buying me a cup of coffee or just stay a little bit longer and find another way to save some money on your cell phone plan. Links for our website, social media, and the book and the podcast are all down in the description. I'm Lauren Fix. Thank you so much for watching. Have you ever thought, why in the world is my wireless bill so darn high? What are we paying all this money for? Speed, coverage, data, access to 5G, unlimited talk and text, mobile hotspots? We are partnering with Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers all of these features for as low as $15 per month. They're reimagining the wireless shopping experience and made it easy and online. No stores, no salespeople, just huge direct-to-use savings. Why should you pay more when you have access to premium wireless? Mint Mobile runs on the nation's largest 5G network. Whether you use your phone to watch YouTube, listen to podcasts, or play games, you get the same speed and performance as the big guys while connecting to Mint's network. How hard is it to switch your service? Big Wireless wants you to think it's hard, but switching to Mint is super easy. Thanks to digital eSIM cards, which most phones now have, you can sign up and activate immediately right on your phone from the comfort of your home. And if your phone doesn't have an eSIM, Mint will ship you a new SIM card for free. Just go to trymintmobile.com/LaurenFix, also linked in the description down below, to get premium wireless for $15 a month.